Hello everyone, and thank you so much for joining me for another video. Today I am sharing our April budget plan, and if you happen to miss our April setup, I'll go ahead and leave it linked up and you can go back and check it out. Of course, I am using the mini HP, and of course for 2022 I decided to do a DIY, and I am loving it, guys. So we are in the first month of quarter 2, and I do need to give you guys an update for quarter 1, but of course that'll be in a separate video. So we've had a lot of things that went on in quarter 1, and I'm really looking forward to quarter 2 being much better. So right here is the April calendar spread, and I'm going to go ahead and just flip on over to our April budget, which is on 2 pages. This is the full page sticker, and I'm thinking about revamping this. I love the full page sticker, but I may, just do some updates, but that will probably, be for 2023, or I may, bring it out maybe the end of 2022, but I am going to do a few updates. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I am using the Pentel Inner Gel pen, and this is a 0.7. So, all right. Now for the month of April, now before I get into, doing the actual budget, guys, I do want to share some news with you all. I am so happy we were notified that we will be getting a raise this year. So our fiscal year begins July 1. Our governor, he went ahead and, fought to have raises put in the rest of this current fiscal year, which ends June 30th. So we will be getting like a bonus payout this month. Our paychecks for the rest of this fiscal year through June 30th will have our increase in it, and of course July 1 it'll continue. It's basically like we're getting the raise early, and I'm really happy about that, guys. I really am, because I talked about how it has been so many years since we have received a even a cost of living raise, guys. And as you all know, inflation has increased exponentially, and the wages just have not kept up with it. So this is a start, and I'm very thankful for that. In the month of April, Hubs, he did receive a raise as well. So we're just thanking God for the increase, and we are, we're really, really happy, and we're really blessed that even without the increase, we've been able to, take care of what we need to take care of. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now, because we have a family account where a certain amount of monies is direct deposited to this account, you won't necessarily see it as an increase to this here budget, but you'll probably see where our giving goes up, because we do give off of the gross income. But as far as monies coming into the household account, we're still set at the amount that we started with 2022, which is an increase from 2021. But I just want to share with you all that we are receiving a raise this year, and I'm just happy about that. All right, so for April's budget, for Hubs, now we are expecting $24.80 to be direct deposited to this joint household account. And for me, we are expecting $1,600. We're also expecting our son's cell phone bill to be paid, but right now we just plan our expenses off of our income that's direct deposited into this account. So $24.80 and $1,600. So for the month of April, we are working with $40.80 for this budget. Our giving for our tithes, we are planning to give $9.57. And then for our expenses, now we have the same expenses. We've got our mortgage, and the only thing that's going to be different this month, because it's every other month, we will have our pest control. And we've got the internet, and that's one of the many things that have gone up since last year, and I talked about that in previous videos as well. YouTube is at the $11.99. This is a beautiful writing pen, guys. Pentel is a good brand. And the pest control is at the $55. We've got the AT&T, our prepaid cell phone bills, and this is for 2 lines, guys. We own our phone, so prepaid has worked really well for us, and we haven't had any problems with AT&T. And then for our electricity, this is our base amount that we pay monthly, and that's at the $325. We have our car insurance, and that is still at the $206.52. And then we have our Epics. I told you guys about that. We are just, trying to see which other streaming service that we want to use, because we have canceled Netflix, and before 2022 started, we canceled Hulu. So right now we still have Epics, and that's $5.99. And that's actually an add-on to Amazon Prime. So if you have Amazon Prime, then that channel can be added to it. Taxes, this is our regular installment agreement, and this is at the $235. Our life insurance, and that is at the $62.64. We've got our lawn service, and that is at $100. And then we have groceries. Our groceries, we are going to plan it at $700. And we do have our house supplies. And of course, I've already pre-planned. So for the house supplies, it's an odd number, but we're coming in at $114.81. And then for our gas, we're going to stay at $120 for the month. So totaling these expenses, let's see what we are working with. And I hope you all are, planning to have a wonderful second quarter. Right here, $26.73. This is the total plan expenses for the month. So let's go ahead and do our savings, which is really easy because we're going to do the same thing. We're going to list all of the saving funds. So we have the emergency fund, pets, vacation fund. We have our savings challenge. And we have, right now, we're going to go ahead and add one more new category, and that's for the tree removal. And I'll talk more about that again. I've been talking about it, but this is where we're going to go ahead and plan to set some monies aside for it, since we know how much it is. So for the emergency fund, that $50 at the end of the month, that is automatically going to be taken out. And then for the tree removal, we're going to put $400 aside. So that is $450 in savings. Extra debt, I still like to write it down, guys, even though we have not paid anything extra towards taxes, just like some of these categories. But we will. We definitely will. So right here, I'm crunching the numbers. So we've got, let's see here. For our overview, our planned income is at $40.80. Our planned giving is at $9.57. And then our planned expenses is at the $26.73. And then right here for savings, $450. Nothing for extra debt, but we still should come out with a zero-based budget, guys. So $40.80 minus $9.57 minus $26.73 and minus $450. So that is a zero-based budget, guys, where all of our income is allocated over all of our planned expenses. So that's a zero-based budget. Doesn't mean that we don't have any money in the account. We're just, planning for what we, the minimum amount of money that will hit this account for the month of April. Now, I quickly kind of glazed over the tree removal. So if you've been following our journey, as I talked about how we've had so many different things going on at the beginning of 2022, Just a lot of house maintenance, guys. We had a tree, or we have a tree that's directly behind our house, and we are currently still on septic tank. So what has happened is the roots were growing into the septic tank, and that caused us some major issues with our plumbing. So we have since, gotten the, the septic tank taken care of, and those roots, taken care of from the septic tank. But also at the beginning of 2022, our air conditioning unit went out. So we had to get a new air conditioning unit installed. And I will give you guys an update on how we, came about taking care of that bill, because we paid that off. We don't have no type of debt on it. When they sent the invoice, I wrote the check. And so that was, awesome. That was amazing to be able to do. But I want to share that process with you guys, just in case if you find yourself in it. Sometimes we don't think about the small things that we do. And, we, sit down and, just think about it and kind of brainstorm. Sometimes the Lord, He'll bring different things to your remembrance that you have not even thought about. And I think this one thing that I am going to share with you all, I don't remember even mentioning it. So it's just amazing that we were able to do what we needed to do. So the next thing is, of course, we're going to remove that tree that's directly behind the house. And we have received a quote. And we figured we would go ahead and do 2 trees. And I think it's around $2,400 to get rid of these 2 huge trees in the backyard. Now, mind you, we have, I want to say, about 12 or 13 pine trees in the backyard. But this one that's directly behind our house that's causing the problems is a pecan tree. So since we do have a quote, we know at least, how much we need to set aside. So that's where we're putting the rest of the monies that's remaining from the budget to this here tree removal. So that is that. And I'll keep you guys abreast of, how things are going. And again, I'm just sharing, our journey, because I want to make sure that you all are encouraged if, you happen to encounter any of these issues, or if you know somebody, you can keep them encouraged. And this will at least give you some ideas of, how to work things out financially if you choose not to go with financing. And then after the tree removal, guys, the next thing is that we have the tap. And we do have a quote. I don't know if Hubs is going to get another one, but we plan on going ahead and hooking up to the city. So we will be completely off of septic and on city. So it's all been a journey, guys. In 2022, like I said, it's something else already. It really is. And all of these funds here, except for the emergency fund, and of course the tree removal, because that's new. But the pets, vacation, and savings challenge, there's nothing in those funds. And I'm really nervous, guys. I really am. I really am nervous about it, because the savings challenge itself is it is near and dear to my heart. But at this time, all of our funds, like I said, is just being diverted. And that's just another sacrifice that you do have to make on these journeys, guys. Every journey is different. It is totally different. But that is it as far as the update. Just make sure you stay tuned to the next video, where I will give a Q1 update. And in the Q1 update, I will be sharing our emergency fund update in it as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video of our April budget. I am wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful April. And if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. And yeah, guys, until the next time, I'm going to see you later. Bye.